In the quiet town of Hollow Creek, nestled deep in the Appalachian Mountains, a legend whispered through generations chilled the bones of those who dared to speak of it after dark. It was the tale of the ghost child, sorrowful spirit doomed to wander, neither alive nor at peace, bound to the shadows of grief, secrecy, and abandonment. It began in the 1950s, a time of rigid morality and silent sins. In a weather-worn farmhouse near the edge of Hollow Creek, a young girl named Mary Bell lived with her parents. Sweet-faced, God-fearing, and obedient, Mary was known for singing hymns while walking through the woods, barefoot. Her voice said to carry through the trees like wind through church bells. But behind the whitewashed walls of her home, Mary harbored a terrible secret. At 16, she became pregnant by the town's preacher, a man twice her age, who threatened her into silence. When her body began to swell and rumors threatened to surface, her parents locked her away in the attic under the guise of illness. One night, during a thunderstorm that shook the valley, the child came early. Alone and terrified, Mary gave birth beneath a blood-soaked quilt. Her parents, fearing scandal more than sin, took the infant away while Mary screamed for her baby. They told her the child had died. In truth, the baby was left in a shoebox in the woods, far from town, beneath an old willow tree near the creek. By dawn, the child had frozen, its cries swallowed by the howling wind. Weeks later, Mary went mad. Her hair turned white, her voice fell silent, and her eyes stared endlessly at the attic ceiling. She stopped speaking altogether, but at night, neighbors swore they heard lullabies drifting from her window, soft and eerie, with no source. After Mary's death a year later, strange things began to happen near Hollow Creek. Children playing too close to the willow tree vanished without a trace. Hunters claimed to hear a baby crying deep in the woods, though no child was ever found. Others reported seeing small footprints in the snow that led nowhere, or finding rusted toys on their porches' dolls' missing eyes, pacifiers charred at the edges. Locals began calling the spirit the ghost child, or more chillingly, witnesses who survived an encounter with the ghost child described it as no more than 3 feet tall, with translucent skin that clung to bone like wet paper. Its eyes were pitch black and too large for its head, always weeping blood. Its mouth hung open in a silent scream, and its limbs twitched like a broken marionette. They said it wore a blood-stained baptism gown and carried a rotten baby rattle, which jingled when it approached. The ghost child never spoke. It only stared, and if it touched you, the warmth left your body forever. It didn't haunt houses, it haunted shame. People who had abandoned children, mistreated or silenced young lives, often found themselves drawn to Hollow Creek in dreams. They'd wake with dirt under their nails and the smell of old milk and damp soil in their rooms, a sign they were marked. In the 1980s, a group of teenagers dared each other to perform the mirror cradle ritual, local urban legend based on the ghost child myth. At midnight, you were supposed to stand before a mirror, hold a baby doll, and chant, "Little one lost, cold and alone. I'll hold you now, you're not unknown." Then, you'd blow out a candle and wait. They thought it was a joke, till one girl, Lisa, disappeared that night. Her mother found the bathroom mirror shattered inward and a child-sized handprint burned into the tiles. Lisa's name was found etched into the bark of the willow tree by the creek, though she'd never been there. Her body was never recovered. The ghost child of Hollow Creek isn't just a ghost story. It's a tale that strikes at the heart of guilt and social hypocrisy. It represents the silenced voices of children and young women, the price of secrets, and the pain of being cast aside by the people meant to love you. In some retellings, the ghost child only appears to those who've committed hidden acts of betrayal or abandonment. It doesn't kill, it reveals. Victims are driven mad by visions of what they've done, forced to relive their sins from the eyes of a child until they beg for death. Some say you can appease the ghost child by leaving a cradle with a warm blanket and sweet milk beneath the willow tree, but only if your intentions are pure. If not, the cradle will be found burned, and your nights filled with weeping that won't stop.